When you look at this roster in moving forward and trying to get the most out of Deshaun Watson, what area do you think what do they have to do? What do you need offensively to unlock what Deshaun Watson can be, do you think?
Yeah, it's an interesting question. When things go well, like when things went well, right? They scored 33 against Baltimore, and I know 7 of those or 6 of those were on a pick six, but that happens in the league. Um, they threw the ball to David Njoku, they threw the ball to Amari Cooper, they ran it well. If you have guys around Deshaun Watson, I think you can have success. And here's what I think: David Njoku needs to be Deshaun Watson needs to do a better job getting the ball to David Njoku. And we saw that from Joe Flacco. He unlocked him a little bit. I mean, there were moments early in the season, but really toward the end is when Njoku came on. Part of that was an attitude adjustment for Njoku, but a lot of it was Flacco finding him and getting the ball in space where he could take off and run. I think that's a big priority for Watson. Now, does he need another receiver maybe to help his game? I think it's fair to say that. I would also say that this group that they had offensively, they were able to score. Like when things were going well, they scored, and it didn't really matter who was out there, right? Like Joe Flacco threw to 8 guys, 9 guys. So it feels like they have pieces. Now, those pieces could certainly be better. It's just, I think, more time on task for Watson and more consistency and staying on the field.
Yeah, that's fair. I'm with you, though. I think if you give him another receiver and make sure Amari Cooper's back and find a way to do that, I think that opens him up even a little bit more.
Yeah, and I think that's a good point. And you want to support him, right? And they did that last offseason. They went out and they got Elijah Moore, and they signed Marquise Goodwin. And, they drafted Cedric Tillman. And obviously those guys had differing degrees of success and ability to stay on the field. But the effort was there. They signed Jordan Akins, a guy that Watson had played with. The effort was there to support Deshaun Watson. And I think the same philosophy will be had this offseason. And I think it makes all the sense in the world because all the things that Deshaun Watson's gone through, just from a football perspective, right? In the ups, the starts and stops, and the injuries this year, you need him to get confident. You need him to get comfortable. You need him to get off to a strong start. And if you surround him with as much offensive weaponry as possible, that can only help, right? So if you add another guy to that mix of Cooper and Moore and a Tillman in year 2 and David Njoku, who's, seems like he's broken through, like that feels like the best way to help Watson maximize his ability.